Last week on Robot Wars, Mortis sent Oblivion to Oblivion and hammered out a place in the series semi-finals alongside Mace and Napalm. Let's find out who'll join them as we get well and truly activated.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a man who digs all his own trenches, Craig Charles.
Monty Python once said, "What have the Romans done for us?" But he was forgetting about Venus, the goddess of love and beauty. Venus gave the world balance and harmony, and other words which are later used to sell shampoo. But fortunately for us, Venus had a brother. Her brother's name was Mars. And Mars gave the world chainsaws and Led Zeppelin and the desire to build robots out of ugly scraps of metal and have them bash the brains out of each other just for fun. What Mars gave us was Robot Wars. And here in our very own Pantheon of Destruction, 6 titans clash for a place in our series semi-finals. So let's meet them.
First from Bournemouth, Razer.
A lethal scorpion-tailed robot. And that tail can crush with the pressure of 9 tons. It can turn in tight corners, it's nippy, it's driven by 2 golf caddy motors, and this can make a few holes in one.
From Leeds, Millian Bug.
Millian is a Yorkshire lass. Each of her body sections driven independently by 6 12-volt batteries. The blade and mandibles can gnaw and nibble. This robot could be more dangerous than the Millennium Bug.
From Aylesbury in Buckinghamshire, Inquisitor.
A 6-wheel drive stealth bomber lookalike with chainsaws, spikes, a flail and aluminium body shell, a little like roboteer Gavin Hatton, who once took part in a Mr. Great Britain bodybuilding competition.
From Gloucester, the Bodyhammer.
Seeded 3rd for this series and returning from the first wars when it was copper-coloured. It's armour-plated, and in addition to that saw, it has a flipper salvaged from a garden rotavator.
From Hemel Hempstead, Behemoth.
The tiger-striped pneumatic scoop gives Behemoth its distinctive look. That weapon powered by carbon dioxide from a soda stream bottle. Its shell is of Dexian, that's used for office shelving. This is a father and son team.
From Enfield in Middlesex, Elvis.
The king is still alive. Not even the first wars could finish him off. It could be lift-off for Elvis too. The 3mm thick shell rises up and down pneumatically, and a lifting mechanism under the cape can throw 50 kilos. How much do you weigh, Craig?
They certainly look very good, but can you imagine Keanu Reeves in a fight? No. Looks aren't going to do them any good. In the first of our 3 rounds, the gauntlet.
This is the Gauntlet, our first event. Like pilgrims, our contestants must travel alone, and their path to self-fulfillment, i.e. the end zone over there, is not an easy one. In fact, their progress is impeded by all sorts of obstacles. There are 3 paths for them to choose from. If they've got the power to smash through this brick wall, and then the ground clearance to deal with the seesaw, they'll probably take the middle route. If they've got the guts, or maybe stupidity, to face up to Sir Killalot, they'll probably take the route on my right. If they're merely into gratuitous violence, they'll opt for this route with its circular saws on the ram rig and the flaming pit. And then a dose of shunt. Let's hope they make it to the end zone.
Roboteers, stand by.
Millian Bug, driven by Jeff Warren.
This is Millian Bug. She has nibbling teeth at the front, and the main ability of Millie is to articulate in all directions.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Once knew a Millie who could articulate in all directions. Well, that's a different story. Same sort of hair, though. Those wheels make me feel a little bit funny. In on the ram rig, nothing funny about that for Millian Bug.
My major interest in this robot is the hairdo.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We were hoping the makeup ladies might do a bit more with it. It's curlers or something later on.
I think Lynn, our makeup lady, would be quite cool with that, especially when she's finished in there. It's going to be a right mess, isn't it?
Yeah.
Powering the motors away from the ram rig with their shunt. Ooh, hair today, gone tomorrow. The axe slices in. One in the eye for Millian Bug. Gotta get out from those side walls, away from shunt. crosses the course, but there's Sergeant Bash! The fringe! Singed!
Well, guys, go to the podium.
Did you get a bashing from Shun? She got one right in the eye. Did you see that?
I did. It hurt me. 6 months' work.
I was wincing.
She's had a fair good trashing. I'm waiting.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause.
Great robot, good fun, 8.4 metres. Should be enough for Millie Ambug.
We've had a fire. She's been on fire. But we've got some spare boards, so... Look at this! Can you see this? It's full. Oh, look at that! They've got so hot they've soldered themselves together.
Robot ears, stand by.
Behemoth, driven by Ant and Mike Pritchard.
The actual drive system is two 12-volt wheelchair motors, which work on a four-wheel drive system using a chain to operate the front and rear wheels.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Eat me, says the slogan. I wonder if our house robots will chew on that. Nudges delicately through the wall using that pneumatic bucket. Lift up a lot of weight.
The front bucket is for strength and tippability, which hopefully we will use to ram under robots and tip the other robots over.
This is a good run to the end of the ramp, but Sergeant Bash is waiting with the flamethrower. What about Eat Me? It'll grill him, I should think, first, before deciding whether or not he's tasty. But it's through and free! Beyond chance, great run! That's a superb run by Behemoth. Completing the course and through to the next round, ahead of Millie Ambug.
Our lights melted a little bit. It's got a nice burn mark on the side.
But that's good, that's a scar of victory.
Apart from that, it's ready to go again.
Robot ears, stand by.
Bodyhammer, new driver in David Gribble, old friends though. They were in the last series of Robot Wars, through to the grand final.
The roadblock team of students from Bodmin against the team of nuclear engineers and Bodyhammer. Here's Roadblock closing in on the far more...
Since the last war, we've got a new shell, we've got new weapons, we've got new motors, we've got a new chassis. In fact, not very much is the same. And we're ready to do battle.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Rebuilt in just 3 months, so the Seven Vale Senior School in Gloucester pupil David Gribble drives towards the ram rig, closing there to the left. The circular saws to bite on the right, taking advice. Pushed slowly by the ram rig, and little movement from that 24-volt battery, the two-wheel drive. David, who wants to go to university, can't get Bodyhammer moving. There was Sir Killalot ready to close in. The flipper, no use there on the ram rig. Oh, look at Killalot. In comes his lance. Scratching, mutilating. The circular saws, grinding. Bodyhammer, jolted, frustrated, immobilized, slowly creaking forward, but stuck.
The Bodyhammer team. Come up to the podium, lads. Come up to the podium. It never really got going for you, did it?
No, we just get caught, and it's unfortunate, but that's the way it goes sometimes.
And what made you go for that sort of avenue of destruction?
That just seemed like a clear road at the time.
Well, never mind, lads. It never really got going for you. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Chose the wrong route, Bodyhammer, only 3 metres, and that looks vulnerable.